a data plan from the United States would be most advisable, because you could still use access to your phone, right? And you're going to use WhatsApp and Viper all over the place. So if you are with a Hajj agent, that is one advice. So check with your phone provider. If not, you could always get you an unlocked GSM, because the GSM is in Saudi Arabia, that you could get you a cheap phone from Amazon, or you could buy it from Saudi Arabia. Electric adapter, what am I talking about? I'm talking about these things, right? It's just the adapter, the electricity. In Saudi Arabia, they may use this, or they may use that one. So these, you may find them at different places. So again, all of your equipment would work, whether you have an electric razor, or whether you have maybe a charger of some sort for your phone. These adapters, all what you need is to put it in and then put behind your phone. So definitely you need to buy those things, electric adapters. Questions? No questions? Okay. List of medications. How am I doing on phone? Alhamdulillah, time is good. Medications. Always check with your doctor. Now I'm telling you certain things. Brother Lebeed told me to get ibuprofen and it's not good for me. I'm just recommending this. Always check with your doctor. If your doctor says it is fine, that's fine. If you know it is okay for you, that is good. So definitely your prescription medications. And prescription medications, we are not going to put it where? In our checked bag. Right? Anything that is important, we will not put it in checked bag. Because checked bag could be what? Could be lost. And you may get it back when you return back to the United States. Right? So it's basically would be lagging behind you. All important stuff, it goes where? In my carry-on with me. Always prescription medications, by all means, has to be what? Has to be in your carry-on. And I'm saying this because one time we had a lady that has seizures. And she continues to have seizures and says, what's going on? Her mom says, well, we put her bag in the checked bag. I mean, come on. Are you serious? So you really need to think of yourselves. These prescription medications, whether it's blood pressure, whether it is, what do you call it? I mean, whatever that is important, by all means, they always need to be close to you and for your use at all times. Ibuprofen. Now, acetaminophen would work, but ibuprofen, what is it? It's an anti-inflammation, and you'll find a lot of aches going around your joints, and ibuprofen is an anti-inflammation. So it basically reduces not only a fever reducer, but also reduces the inflammation, allowing you to move about. It's a little bit better. You will have a lot of stuffy noses, and that is because of germs, because of pollution, because of dust, because of all of these things. The best medication is pseudoephedrine. The pseudoephedrine, if you notice, you cannot get it from the shelf. You have to ask what? The pharmacist. They have to take your driver license. They give you mugshots and fingerprints and blood donations, but they're like $4 or $5. I mean, I'm exaggerating, but they basically, because some people use it for drug manufacturing processes, this is to get high. But they are the magic red pills. It really opens up your noses, open up your sinuses, allowing you to sleep. Specifically when you are in a tent congested with a lot of people, it basically open up all of your breathing nostrils, if you would, allowing you to sleep at night. So they are very important. Sore throat lozenges. You'll find this is the most complaint that Hajjis complain about, is what? Congestion and what? And sore throat. So lozenges basically gives you that relief, whether you're in the plane or as you get into crowded area, whether it's Haram al-Makki or Haram al-Madani. There's a lot of people, so you may have some sore throat. That may help. Antibiotics. And antibiotics in Saudi Arabia, you could get it from any pharmacist. Okay, so you could get it from any pharmacist. All prescription medications that you buy here in the United States through a doctor, in Saudi Arabia, they do what? They provide it everywhere. I mean, in Saudi Arabia, you could get whatever you want. Cholesterol, high blood pressure, anything. Birth control pills. I mean, they have, you ask them, I have one time, this is, trying to ask about birth control. He says, what brand? So basically, and they go up, man, and they pop like the tile like this and pull. He has so many different kinds of, and throws it. They got everything in Saudi Arabia. So you got all of these things. Birth control pills, we recommend it for women specifically who are still maybe having their period in order to control their periods during the time of what? When they need to do their tawaf specifically. So again, it is recommended, but it is so that they would basically regulate their worship during the time that they need to be in a state of tahara. Gatorade. Now, why do I need Gatorade?
Because you lose your memory.
Yes, because as you sweat, you not only sweat, and again, these could be liquids, could be something like that, chewables. Again, don't take it away from me, man. It could be powder, could be in powder form. And because when you walk, when you walk, what happened? You not only lose liquid, what else do you use? You lose minerals, right? You lose minerals. And after a while, you feel that not only your joints are hurting, but your muscles are also hurting because of the minerals that you've lost. So just by drinking water by itself is not going to make that pain, muscle pain, go away. It's going to go away if you replace them with some minerals. So a little bit of Gatorade may help. Don't make it too concentrated because it may have awful effect as well. So make it diluted and drink it a little bit. So if you have a little bit of this, you have Zamzam water, you put some in it, some of the Gatorade, you put it in the hotel refrigerator for 2-3 hours, man, you drink from it, you are as good as a horse, man. You could be running another day. So water of Zamzam is the best water on the face of earth. And it is a cure from all diseases. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, whatever supplication you supplicate of water Zamzam, not only from disease, but anything else, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept it from you. So Gatorade is very important because it replenishes as you sweat, and you may not notice it because Mecca and Medina is kind of dryish. So you don't see the sweat like here we do. So when we walk here, you feel the sweatness around you. But in Mecca and Medina, you don't really see the sweatness, but it's basically because it evaporates quickly. Zinc oxide. Why do I need zinc oxide for Allah's sake? What is it for, man? It's for diaper rash. Am I going to have diaper rash? What is it for? Yes? Which one? Walmart. Yeah. Chewable, or if you want to get the powder, put it in a Ziploc. Yeah. But don't. Yeah.
That's Amazon. The Gatorade one you asked? Yeah. Amazon has them.
Yeah. Amazon has. Okay. They do not have it. Powder is good. But don't get the white powder, because they may, you Americans, what are you getting these powders for, man? Get the red one or the blue one or something. Okay? So zinc oxide. For chapped skin, for baby diaper rash. Why do I need that for?
Because your skin is rubbing against it.
Yes. This is, I put a couple of stars beside that. Why? Because most of us wear, specifically men, we do what? We wear pants. Even under the Dishdasha, we wear pants. Normal people, we wear pants. And what happened is that as we walk, there is some sort of separation, specifically between the inner thighs. And again, women may be the same thing. When you go to Saudi Arabia, as we said, we're going to be sweating and we're going to be walking. And we're going to be walking and walking. As we walk, what happened to the inner thighs? They rub against each other. And then after maybe walking 10 miles or so, what happened to the skin between it? It is very tender here. Most of us really don't walk that much in a sweaty area and where the skin is rub against each other. What happened to it? It becomes so tender, may Allah help you. And you'll see people walking like this. And you say, oh, Brother Lebeed told me about him, man. They'd be walking like this. Okay? So, and again, that desitin, you put a good amount. It's like so sticky and gooey, so you put a bunch of it and you put it between your legs so that when you walk, it slides. It does not shaft, and it really makes a big difference. And at the time, the first time I went to Hajj, I used to weigh like 300 and some pounds. And a brother next to me, he maybe weighed 140, and he was going like this, Brother Lebeed, man, I am about half of your weight. How could you walk like this, man? I'm hurting. And then I pulled from my pocket, I said, man, this is the desitin. So you put the desitin between your legs, you'd be able to walk without these difficulties. And it is really crucial that you put it at the time of ihram. right? Before, so when you are basically putting your ihram on, you put it between your legs, and then you could replenish it later on. So either a desitin or an aquifer. This one is even probably a better product than the desitin itself. Aquifer is also as good, but the desitin is kind of gooey. It may stay longer, but it's kind of difficulty to handle. Sometimes people use Vaseline tubes. That's probably also good, but it does not stay as long. The Vaseline tube, maybe in the first 2-3 hours, will go away, while the desitin probably lasts the longest. Aquifer is the middle ground, and Vaseline is the lowest one. So if I have a choice, I would get the desitin. Aspergreen. Why do I need aspergreen? Aspergreen, again, it's for pain of joints. If you're like me, I would have difficulties with my knees, so every now and then I do what? I put aspergreen. It has no smell on it, and it is like an aspirin or a pain reliever for a specific area. So your wrist got hurt, you put a little bit of aspergreen on it, and you rub it. Basically, the pain in that specific locale goes away. If you have Voltaren, Voltaren is an anti-inflammation, but here in America, you need a prescription for it. But in Saudi Arabia, you could get the Voltaren. Basically, it's an anti-inflammation free of charge. Again, you could put it on certain areas with aspergreen. Aspergreen is basically a painkiller. The other one is an anti-inflammation, both of them together. So if you have some certain areas that you need to target, by all means, target them before, maybe during and after, in order to relieve yourself from pain. Okay, how are we doing so far? Doing good? Okay. Learn and say dua.